Welcome to the Inclusion Island newsletter for October 2022, where we tell you about the interesting things that have happened in the last month and things that will come up very soon here at Inclusion Island, across the country and in Europe. First, we look at our response to Budget 2023. There's a focus group for the pathway to inclusive education. Our final Disabled People in the Media event. Europe in Action. And finally, Circus, the musical. Budget 2023 was presented to the public last week. We made a video about some key points that you would be interested in. First, there's the cost of living support payments. Education issues such as books, teachers, and special needs assistance. Housing and supported independent living. And social and health supports for disabled people. We spoke to self-advocate Sive, and we also gave our response, including what we're saying on social media. You'll find a link to the video in the post along with this video. Check it out, and if you like, you can let us know what you think about Budget 2023. Inclusion Island are holding a seminar on the pathway towards inclusive education this November. A seminar is an event where lots of people go to listen to experts talk about something. The experts at this event will include people with an intellectual disability, supporters, teachers, people who have studied education, parents, and special needs assistants or SNAs. If you go to the seminar, you can ask questions at the end and give your thoughts and ideas if you like, or you can just listen to what the others have to say. Before the seminar, we would like to hear from people who work in education and hear what they think. We are inviting these people to join us online for a focus group. The focus group is on October 25th from 10:30 a.m. until 12 noon. If you work in education and would like to join us, you can register at the link in the post along with this video called Inclusive Education Focus Group. You will be asked about your experiences and thoughts on inclusion in schools or college. Next up, the Inclusion Island Media and Rights Working Group will be holding their final event this month. It is on Thursday, the 27th of October from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. and it's in the Spencer Hotel in Dublin. This event is for people with intellectual disabilities, journalists, and people working in the media. The event is about how to make things like TV shows, radio, movies, and more include people with an intellectual disability. Paul Alford and Guillaume Jacquinot went to an Inclusion Europe event called Europe in Action. It focused on ending segregation for everybody. Ending segregation means that everyone is respected, included, and that rights are upheld. Paul and Guillaume presented at the event. Guillaume asked Paul questions about his story from institutions to living in the community. Paul talked about getting the right supports to live a good life and how important having its own home is to him. They learned a lot about how people with an intellectual disability are supported in other countries. And finally, Circus the Musical. Circus the Musical, celebrating diversity, will be performed at the Helix on Saturday, October 15th. Circus is all about being who you are and celebrating what makes you, you. It has lots of popular hits from artists like Lady Gaga, and you can find out all about it in the link called Circus along with this video. And that was our Inclusion Island newsletter for October 2022. But remember, this is your newsletter. If there is something that you would like to see in our newsletters, or if you would like to ask or tell us about something, please contact Quiver. You can contact Quiver at telephone number 01 855 9891, or you can email quiver@inclusionisland.ie. Inclusion Island works towards the full inclusion of people with intellectual disabilities by supporting people to have their voices heard and advocating for rights under the United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. This is also known as the UNCRPD. If you'd like to know more about our work, you can find us on our website at www.inclusionisland.ie, or why don't you check us out on our social media? You'll find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn. If you found this video useful, head on over to our YouTube channel, click like and subscribe to keep informed about new content and join our movement for change.